In this video, I'm going to teach you how to play Cold Duck Time on jazz piano using a lead sheet from the Real Easy Book series. The primary focus of this video is going to be teaching you how to play the chord symbols, the letter and numbers on top of the melody of the lead sheet. I'm going to teach you how to interpret those, like how do you read those, and how do you translate that to what do you play on the piano. So our first symbol, F7. If you look at our key signature, we're in the key of F major. So this is actually our home. This is our one, our home note. So if we take F major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, and we play an F7 chord, what that F7 does is it means the 7 is flat. So we take our F major scale and we flat the 7, which is our E. So our E becomes E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. So when you see a 7 right after the root on a chord symbol, what it means is that you flat the 7. So taking that scale with the flat 7, now we skip every second note and we get a 7 chord. So 1, skip, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. It's all the odd numbers. So that is our F7 chord with that flat 7. I'm going to teach you the same thing with our major 7s now. So if you look on the 10th and 11th bar, we have a D flat major 7 and an E flat major 7. So looking at that E flat major 7, in the key of E flat major, we have E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. So that's 3 flats. And what we're going to do is we see the Ma 7, that means major 7. So in E flat major, we keep the 7 major. So we don't flat the 7. If the Ma wasn't there, it would be an E flat 7, so it would be flat. But because it's major 7, we just use the notes from the E flat major scale. So if we take our chord again, 1, 3, 5, 7, that's our major 7 chord. Now that we understand how to build a major 7 and a 7 chord and what scales they use, I'm going to show you how to play a basic shell voicing. A basic shell voicing is when you take that chord, 1, 3, 5, 7, that F7 here. All we need to play is the 3rd, A, and the 7th, E flat. So we don't have to play the root, the 1, like it says in the book. We don't need to play the F there. And that's because when we're playing with a bass player, they have the F covered. They're playing the F already. So if we're playing there too, it might get it super muddy down in the low area. So we don't have to worry about that at all. Just one hand, 3s and 7s. So the nice thing about what we call these shell voicings is they move really well from one to another. So when we're going F7 to B flat 7, I'm just going to play the bass here, but you don't have to play it with your left hand. The bass has that covered when you're playing with a full group. 3 and 7 for our F7, and then I go to B flat 7, 7 and 3, because our B flat 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, D and A flat. So we go down from A to A flat, down from E flat to D. So F7, B flat 7, F7, B flat 7. So we're just moving down a semitone and back up. We also call this shell voicing the guide tones because they guide our chord to the next one. They have this tension that they want to go to somewhere else. When we go down to our major 7 chord, our D flat major 7, what we're going to do is play our third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to play our third and 7 in our one of our hands. And the other hand is still covered by the bass. So I'm just going to play it on the side here, but you don't need to. And then we're going to go up to E flat major 7. So it's the same shape. So we just go up a whole tone. 3, 7, 3, 7. And then we go up to F7. So now that we have that, we're going to add one more note. I wrote 2 examples. And the first one that I wrote is on your Real Easy book as an example of some voicings, the rootless voicings. So we have the same voicing, our shell voicing. We're going to start on our flat 7, the E flat here, and our A, and we're going to add one extra note. So we're going to add our C on the top. So that's in our F7 chord, that's the 5. So when we go down to our B flat chord, our B flat 7, we're going to move that shell voicing down a half step like we did earlier, but we're going to keep our finger here on the C. So the C is the second of the B flat major scale. But since we're going up, we call it a 9th because it's what we call an extension. It's not part of the main chord, so it's above the chord. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It's a really nice sound. We call it a color tone because it adds an extra flavor to the sound. So we have our shell voicing here, and we add the 9. So let's play that in context. We have our F7, and then our B flat 7. F7, B flat 7 with the 9. We call that a B flat 9. B flat 9. And now when we go to our D flat major 7, we're going to go down here, C, which is our major 7, our major 3rd, and then our 5th. D flat major 7, E flat major 7, F7. So this next voicing line is going to be 9ths and 13ths. Going back to what makes a 9th is when it's not part of the main chord. It's above the chord, it's an extension. So by that rule, a 13th would mean we keep going. So we go B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So our 13 is the 6th, but it's above the flat 7 here. 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna play my flat 7 and my 3rd, the shell voicing for that B flat, and I'm gonna add this note on top, our 13. So our F7, sharp 9, is our basic shell voicing without the root, but I'm gonna play the root down here just so you hear it. 1, 3, 5, flat 7. So I have our 3 and flat 7 here, and I'm gonna go up another, and I'm gonna play an A flat or a G sharp, and that's what our sharp 9 is. So a sharp 9 would be if you take the second note of the scale, 1, 2, and you sharped it. 1, sharp 2. It's also a flat 3, but because we're using the 3 down here, we call it a sharp 9. Listen to that. Basic shell voicing with the 9 on the top, the sharp 9. So this guide tone line goes from the sharp 9 on the F7 And then all of the notes go down a semitone, including the top one. So that's a B flat 13. F7 sharp 9, B flat 13. Go to the D flat major 7, and ready? So what I did on the D flat major 7 is I added the 9, the second note of the scale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have our shell voicing, our 3 and 7. 3 and 7, and then our 9 on the top. And then we move that shape up, E flat major 7, D flat major 7, or D flat major 7 with the 9 on top, with D flat major 9, E flat major 9, and then F7 sharp 9. So you might think that you can't play that because the chord symbol only tells you F7, B flat 7, D flat major 7, E flat major 7. But because it doesn't tell you what the extensions are, it means you can choose them. So I'm choosing the sharp 9 because if you look at the melody, we have a lot of A flats here. So our last note before F7 in the pickup of the tune is an A flat. So if I took that and I carried that into the next bar, it would be... So now that you know two different options for chord lines that you can play throughout the whole, I need to teach you about comping rhythms. So when we're playing chords under a song or under a person soloing, we call that comping. I think it's from complementing. So we're complementing the soloist by making their music sound better because of the chords we're playing. So comping rhythms are extremely important because if you're just playing a tune with whole notes, it gets real boring real fast. So we use comping rhythms to make our performance more rhythmically interesting, to feed the soloist and respond to the soloist. We could groove with the drums and the bass and the soloist using our rhythms. So I wrote down a few examples of comping rhythms you can use on this. Keep in mind that this tune is in straight eighths. So we're not swinging, we're not going. We're playing straight eighths. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So our comping rhythm 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just playing the first 4 bars over and over again using that rhythm. So our second rhythm starts on beat 2. It's very similar. These come from the Charleston rhythm. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have a few more complicated rhythms. So the first 2 are just 1-bar rhythms, so that they repeat the same way. These next 2 are 2-bar rhythms, so each bar is different, but then they loop again after 2 bars. So I'll play the first 2-bar rhythm for you. A 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other 2-bar rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. these rhythms, you could play a full chorus using just one of them, or you could mix and match them, or you could make your own rhythms. The best advice I would give for deciding what rhythms to play is to listen to recordings of the song and see what the piano player does. There's a bunch of different live versions. You can listen to that. If you like something that they do, steal it. So I'm going to play an example of a chorus using our 5th and 9th voicing line, but I'm going to do something a little different on the last 4 bars. And to show you why, I'm going to play the melody. Listen to the melody and how it is built. It is chunked into 3 sections. So every 4 bars is a full phrase. All of these phrases have a pickup. The pickup starts on the end of 2, the bar before. So our first phrase is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we'll call that phrase A. And then our second phrase, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Pretty similar, right? It's the exact same thing. So we're gonna call that A2. So we have 2 A's. Our last 4-bar phrase is totally different. We have different chords, we have a different bass line, and the melody's different. It's our conclusion phrase. I want you to listen to the form while I play the melody over the bass line. So the reason I'm teaching you about this form is because it matters in how we play the piece. So those comping patterns, in my example I'm about to play, I'm going to use over the first 8 bars, and then I'm going to play my chords the same time the melody happens. So the melody happens on the end of 4, the bar before the D flat major 7 chord. So we're going to play that major 7 chord on the end of 4, the bar before, to anticipate that chord. So we're gonna go a 1, 2. Or here's an example of the last 2-bar pattern that I taught you, with me playing the same rhythm as the melody on the last 4 bars.